This video is sponsored by my favorite website creator, Squarespace, the best place to go when you want to get a domain or create a beautiful website or an online store. Oh, I know the struggle because yes, every spring of every year, there are those things like the springtime, beautifully fresh and pretty trends that just kind of send our cravings through the roof. We're just so ready to get rid of the dark, dreary, overly cozy Christmas winter mood, and now we want freshness, we want colors to pop, we want flowers to bloom, we want faces to glow, and all those like light, bright, airy beige and gray and light blues. Am I right? So let's do a little anti-haul, 6 things that I won't be buying this season because I believe they're either short-lived trends or they're wrong for me personally, so I shouldn't invest, or because I already have a good option at home. Let's save our money and the planet by staying away from expensive and short-lived trends this spring. Okay, let's start with the short-lived trends. One trend that's bound to be rather short is the candy coats trend. Have you seen this around? Outerwear in, candy colors, like quite strong shades of blue, green, pink, purple. Obviously, a coat this brightly colored is a difficult investment, in my opinion. Since the stronger the color is, the more likely it is to look dated quite fast. Honestly, I think like most of these coats already look a little passé and the season hasn't even started yet. Now I know what some of you are thinking. Some of you are wondering about my very own candy coat, the bright yellow faux crocodile trench coat that I've had a couple of years now. Now, I absolutely love that coat and I wear it so often. It's such a showstopper, but I have to say that it's not an easy coat to style. I only really wear it with like very light colors, like white or beige or very soft blue denim, for example. If I wear it with black, it turns into like bee or wasp-like, and with any other strong color, it looks just too much. So even though I love it and get a lot of wear out of it, it's a difficult investment. For strong colors like this, I think to make sure we get enough wear out of an item, we should make sure that it like fits with the colors we already have in our wardrobes. Luckily, I have a lot of beige and white and light colors, so I can wear this coat with a variety of clothes that I already own, and it like fits into my style. But for example, like a candy green, I wouldn't know how to style that with the items that I have at home. So I always want to keep in mind what I already have to like style with before I invest in anything, especially something as expensive as a coat. Another trend I think will be short-lived is the very bold stripes trend that's been a bit everywhere lately. Anything from like French sailor stripes to more sporty polo shirt ones to color clashing stripes. It's like the most maximalist treatment stripes can get. Stripes on stripes is another thing, either like mixing items with the same stripes or mixing many kinds and colors of stripes together. Besides this being a trend that I think we will get bored with easily, I also personally find it, sorry, but I find it a bit ugly. Like this is not my aesthetic at all. It looks too childish, like daycare children's TV host to me, sort of. I do apologize if you happen to really like this trend. We all have different tastes. It's just that I don't think that these types of extreme stripes are a very safe investment. I very, very rarely wear stripes, but when I do, I stick to the classic. White on blue, blue on white, black on beige, beige on black. Red on pink is also nice, and blue on blue, of course. Besides from that, I'm pretty much staying away. Moving on to the trends that are wrong for me personally. This first one is a trend that's been coming back quite strongly, but a trend that I've never personally have had any romance with. Not even like an unenthusiastic platonic relationship. Like, this is a style that I've always, my whole life, have stayed away from. It's the boho prairie western look. Think like billowing blouses, crochets, cotton lace, denim, cowboy boots, feathers in your hair, or like maxi dresses with tassels, that type of thing. You know what I mean? This is a look that I know so many people love, and if you're one of them, I'd say it's quite a safe trend to invest in, if, and only if, you always like this look, no matter if it's on trend or not. Because this is a look that goes in and out of style quite often, and when it's out of style, it's like out, like far out. For me, it's an easy trend to stay away from because it doesn't tempt me at all. There's a lot of 70s to this look, if we look at like shapes, silhouettes, patterns, and fabrics, and coincidentally, I'm not into the 70s overall. No matter if it's like fashion, interior design, makeup, films, food, hair, music, honestly, the whole 70s aesthetic is just not me. And it never has been. I think knowing this about myself, that like the 70s and the 50s are probably like my two least favorite decades when it comes to most things. But like the 20s, the 60s, the 80s, the 90s, they are like all-time favorites of mine. No matter if it's like films or books or jewelry, fashion, interiors. So when the 50s come back to the runway again with like the cinched waist, the toppy breasts and the full skirts, it's very easy for me to just like not engage. Now, when there's like 20s or 90s nostalgia on the runway though, oh man, that's when I struggle to like not openly salivate and spend all my money. I wonder why that is, why we're like all drawn to the aesthetic of different decades. Which decade is your favorite and which do you always stay away from? I'm curious now. You know, after the Barbie pink craze, maybe we thought pinks would take a backseat, but not so. The new pink trend though is much more subdued, soft and adult, like dusty, natural pinks, especially in like combination with ballet-esque items like ballerina shoes, tulle skirts and like white or light colored tights and socks. Now I do have some items like this. Like I have two tulle skirts and I have some white and beige and lacy tights and socks, and I have ballerina shoes too. And although I love the ballerina aesthetic just as much as the next person, I find that I've never really felt at home in this style. It's too fun for me, I think. I'm drawn to like androgynous aesthetics, and the softness of pink tulle, I just kind of can't hack it. It's just not for me. I'm sure many of you will agree and many of you will disagree in how well you feel at home in the ballerina costume. So yes, that again just proves how powerful it is to always ground our consumer decisions in our own personal tastes and preferences and personalities. Just because I like the aesthetic of a trend, it doesn't mean that it's right for me. And I get so like goddamn disappointed when I buy an item I love on the hanger, just to realize that it's like, it will stay on the hanger in my wardrobe. I will never reach for it and get excited about styling it. Because although it's gorgeous, it's just not for me. Now, here's a trend that I'm myself so excited about, but I will still not invest. Simply because I think I already have perfectly good options at home. I don't need anything more to be able to pull this look off. It's the athleisure look, wearing like athletic wear on an everyday basis, or even as evening wear, why not? So like tracksuits, sports bras, technical leggings, trainers, big chunky socks, it's all lovely, especially when mixed with more formal items like mini skirts, straight trench coats, big shouldered blazers, jewelry and heels. I think for me anyway, this trend resonates so much because I want this year to be the year of health for me. Like both mentally and physically, creating a healthy everyday is so important to me. And it has been like informing a lot of decisions I make this year, both from like a professional and a personal standpoint. And I want to feel like my body and my mind are like my top priorities. And I want to live in a way that like makes me feel fresh and energized and like I'm taking care of myself for the future. And so far so good. I'm feeding myself all the nutrients, all the calm evening moments, and I spend 1.5 to 2 hours moving every day. Mat work plus long walks, that's what I like to do. And wearing something athletically aesthetic, well, for some silly but very potent reason, make me more motivated to stick to my healthy routines. Are you the same? Will your outfit affect your mood and your behavior? For me, it definitely does. Oh, the jeans are not going anywhere, my friends. How are you feeling about it? You know I'm not really a big denim person, and I think mostly that is because I'm a huge advocate for extreme comfort. If a piece of clothing isn't comfortable, why is it worth our money and a spot in our highly exclusive wardrobes? Jeans are heavy, hard, weird, more like armor than clothing, don't you think? But still, they are everywhere and on everyone. Personally, I have the last year or so had a little fling with denim, shocking I know, but hear me out. I have just found like jeans that are so comfortable that I can wear them like a full day without getting annoyed or like throwing any type of tantrum. My favorite brand for jeans is Arket. I have quite a few pairs from them by now because Arket is one of those brands that generously sends me things for free. And I have realized that their jeans are the best, for me anyway. Comfortable, soft, good quality, beautiful silhouettes. Also, I know like the general advice is to always go down in size with jeans because they stretch, but screw that. I have like started going up in size instead, always getting jeans 1 or 2 sizes too large. And that has been the game changer for me. That's how you get comfort in denim. Now, another interesting thing about jeans at the moment, We've reached a point where more or less any style goes. Straight, flat, humongous, barrel, tapered is more or less all good, whatever works for you. So if you're looking to invest in a new pair, I'd always say to save money and for the sake of the planet, to buy secondhand. And for denim, the menswear section in the vintage shop is a goldmine, absolute goldmine. But okay, what else are you craving to spend money on this spring? Do you agree with me, or are you eyeing something else completely? And also, I'm curious, which decades do you guys love and hate? Do share in the comments, and let's remind ourselves and each other that we already have plenty of stuff we should buy carefully and thoughtfully this season. Give me a like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and let me know if you want me to continue making these anti-haul, anti-consumerism, minimalism type of videos. It's a good check-in, isn't it? To make sure that we're not falling for trends, but instead spending our money more consciously and reasonably. Now, do you want to create a stunning website or launch your own blog? Squarespace has you covered with its latest innovations. First up, let's talk about their new design intelligence. Combining 20 years of design expertise with cutting-edge AI, this tool helps you unlock your creative potential, building a personalized, one-of-a-kind website that fits your needs. Squarespace also makes running an online store easier with Squarespace Payments. Onboarding is fast and you can start accepting payments in just a few minutes. Plus, it supports various popular payment options like Klarna, Apple Pay, Afterpay, and others, giving your customers payment flexibility. And for seamless social media integration, Squarespace allows you to connect your social media accounts in just a few clicks, whether you're embedding a feed or syncing your products directly to Instagram or Facebook. It's an effortless way to expand your reach and keep everything in sync. So what are you waiting for? Go get your free trial today at squarespace.com. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/gendrmustard to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thank you for watching today and see you next week, I hope. Okay, bye-bye.